Hey mathematicians, this is Mrs. Shopper coming back. We're going to do a little bit more review of what we were talking about yesterday. And we're going to be talking about, again, going between equations and graphs and information and how do we make all that work. So here we're starting with the graph. We're going to write it in slope-intercept form. In order to write an equation in slope-intercept form, I need to know the slope and I need to know the y-intercept. So nice how it's named, right? So what I'm going to do is identify where it crosses the y-axis, which is at 4. And then I need to figure out the slope of this line. So if this is going to be a point and this is a point, okay? So the slope of my line is I'm going to rise 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm going to run -3. So my slope is rise 4, run 3. So my slope is 4 over -3. And you could also write it as -4 over 3, and you could also write it as -4/3. Any of those work for me. Doesn't matter. Okay. Let's go with the purple line. Let's switch up the colors a little bit. So it crosses the y-axis at 1. So that's my slope. That's my y-intercept. And then my slope, I'm going to find 2 points. I rise -1 and I run back 2. So negative divided by negative is positive. So it's going to be positive 1/2. So y equals 1/2 x plus 1. All right. Let's take on another one. Here we go. There were 6 inches of snow on the ground. The snow fell at a rate of 1 inch per hour. So we have to look and see what is our rate of change and what is our beginning amount. Slope is rate of change. Your B is your y-intercept. It's where you start. It's at 0 minutes. Okay. So when I look at this, when it started snowing, there were 6 inches on the ground. That's my starting point. Okay, 6 inches. Then snow fell at a rate, that's a really key word for me, is it the rate at 1 inch per hour. So I have 1 m equals 1. So my equation is y equals 1x plus 6. So when I draw this on my graph, I begin at my y-intercept, that's 6, and then I rise 1, run 1, rise 1, run 1. So I can draw my line just like that. Okay. Let's try the next one. Ooh, this one's a little different. Just says y equals 1/2 x. Like there's no b. I'm not adding or subtracting anything. That's proportional, with this, which is also called direct variation. That means that it goes through the origin. This is like saying plus 0. So the y-intercept is going to be 0. This is a direct variation function. This is a proportional function. Okay, so m equals 1/2 x plus 0. Okay, so m equals 1/2. So now when I graph it, I begin at the origin and I rise 1, run 2. Rise 1, run 2. And I keep that going. All right. Now the question is, which is steeper? Right. If you went sledding down these 2 hills, which one are you going to go faster on, right? It's going to be the blue line. It's going to be the blue line. Look at the slope of the blue line. Look at the slope of the purple line. We're going to come back to this. Okay. All right. Here's another piece. Okay. Sam planted a tree when it was 38 inches tall and it grew 4 inches each year. Okay. So m is my rate of change. When I look at this, it says it grew 4 inches each year. So my rate of change is going to be 4. Then it said when he planted it, it was 38 inches to begin with. So 38 inches tall, that's my starting point. So you might say, Ms. Shopper, how are we supposed to graph this? It only goes to 10, right? Well, we have to change it. So maybe my scale is going to go up by 4, or maybe it's going to go up by 5. Maybe it's going to be 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. We can change the scale to fit what we need. So if I'm going to start at 38, that means I'm starting right about here, right underneath 40. And I rise 4 every year. So 38 plus 4 is 42. 42 plus 4 is 46. 46 plus 4 is 50. So this is what my line's going to look like. Whew, how about we draw that one again? There. Now let's try the next one. My slope is my m. It's the number I multiply by x. So my m is -5. Or I can write it as -5 over 1. My b is 5. So I need to start at 5. And I go down 5 over 1. Down, whoops, I made a mistake. Goes down 5 over 1. Down 5 over 1. All right, so my equation is going to look like this. There we go. Okay. So it's okay to change up your scales, and you can change up the y and not the x. You can change up the x and not the y. Totally doesn't matter. You can do what works for you. Okay, so which is steeper? This one right there. That one right there. So time for you to work on the 7-3 worksheet. If you've got more questions, let me know. We'll talk to you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.